America's queen of comedy, Sarah Silverman. Welsh boy wonder, Steve Jones. And their team captain, Jason Manford. And facing them tonight, king of the Red Tops, Kelvin McKenzie. Northern Light, Alan Cochran. And their team captain, Sean Locke. Now, welcome your host, Jimmy Carr.
Hello and welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, 37% of bingo winners don't tell their other halves about their windfall? And that's because their husbands are dead. 57% of British school kids think that Germany is the most boring country in Europe, which is a good thing. We had interesting Germany. And humans and dolphins are the only mammals that have sex for pleasure, but a dog will do it for a biscuit. Let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. We've teamed up with a leading polling organisation and they've asked the British nation what stories they've been discussing this week. It's our panellists' job to guess the British public's top 5 most talked about talking points. Jason, Steve, Sarah.
Super Gordon Brown. Flash Gordon. Yeah.
A one-eyed genius.
One-eyed genius. He sorted the country out. He sorted the world out.
You know that there's this thing about a baby boom going on. That during the credit crunch, people are staying in more and having kids. And me and my wife, well, we're not married, but I call her wife because girlfriend sounds too insignificant. Partner I don't like, and lodger she hates. So... We're having a baby. We're having another baby. And on Thursday, when the sort of financial system was really going into meltdown, we had a scan. We had a 20-week scan, and the sonographer was scanning her stomach. And she turned to me and she said, "Do you want to know whether it's a boy or a girl?" And the first thought that came to my head was, "I'd rather know if my money's safe at Lloyd's."
You know this £50 billion that we've paid the banks? Is it still going to take 5 days to clear? Or will it amazingly clear straight away?
But one of the problems has been that people are spending more than they've got, just as society. It's become visible, even. I knew it. I spotted it months ago. I saw a Bentley car in Dewsbury. Now, that's a £200,000 car, and Dewsbury itself is only worth £180,000.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
I don't know that much about it. I know Iceland are involved somewhere. Does that mean there's any chance of Kerry Katona losing her Iceland contract? Because she is the reason I and druggy mums go to Iceland. Can anyone answer that?
The confusing thing about it is Iceland, the country, do actually own Iceland, the business.
No way.
Mm-hmm. They definitely do.
I'd like to see the new strapline, like, Mum's gone to Iceland to get our money back.
In the 70s, there was a war over cod.
In the 70s, there was a war over... All right, tell us more about this, Grandad. Oh, it's going to be one of his war stories.
Come here to learn, you didn't know that, right? So there's a war over cod, right? So if there was a war over cod, what kind of war is there going to be over billions being stolen by the Icelanders?
We've got nuclear weapons and they haven't. So we should say to them, look, give us the money back or we'll turn you into dust land.
Let's have a look and see whether the economy is one of the most talked about things this week.
Of course it is.
Of course. Yes, this is the ongoing economic crisis. Critics say the government's rescue plan is too little, too late. I disagree. I think it's just enough. Too late. Sean, Alan and Kelvin, what else have the nation been talking about?
Is it the government's plan to sort of curb excessive drinking? Like bars, I didn't realise this, bars give free drinks to women. I didn't know that. So it's sort of like a trap. So they're going to stop them giving free drinks. In a bar, women will accept free drinks. If I stand on my front step with a can of Kestrel and a woman goes past and goes, "Do you want a swig?" they run off.
There's something different between being at a bar and people giving you drinks and having your spit on a bottle outside your house.
What I do, Sarah, is I pour it into my shoe so they don't have to take it from the house.
My mistake.
Do you get bought drinks in bars?
I don't drink. I wish I did. I have like a Jewish stomach.
You might have to explain that because we don't have Jews here. Do Americans drink a lot?
Americans, They get kind of, when they drink, I don't know how it is here, but it gets kind of like a date rapey feel.
No, it's a pretty similar vibe, yeah.
Except a bit date rapey.
I'm so wasted. What do you guys want to do?
Because they were going to put, like, stickers on the side of drinks, aren't they? Like, pictures of, like, diseased livers and stuff like that. And I think that is not going to put people off. What they want to do is, like, have a picture of just, like, a fat woman in a bed, just like, and then underneath just saying, "See you later, lover boy."
OK, I can tell you binge drinking is not one of the most talked about things this week. Jason's team, what else have the nation been talking about?
The election in the United States, it's really do or die because it's Barack Obama, who's awesome, and John McCain, who's horrifying, and even more horrifying, his running mate, Sarah Palin. She is everything gross about a pageant contestant, but without the desire for, like, world peace. Really?
Yeah.
I went to a fundraiser for Barack Obama, and it was really exciting because it was in Los Angeles, and it was really like a who's who, and I could walk right up to him. You know, this was like a year ago, and I wanted to think of a smart question, you know, so I go up to him, and I'm like, Senator Obama, when you were a student in Boston, did you encounter any racism? And he said something really interesting. He said, "I'm Kanye West."
You did that amazing YouTube thing for Barack Obama in Florida.
Monkey's Point.
Oh, I'm just sort
I'm
of...
sorry, what? You're complimenting me.
That's all right. So I point and I get that. Cool.
No, I'm sorry. Amazing video.
Steve! Steve! Come on, Steve, come on. You did the long schlep. What's that?
The Great Schlep is a video I made, and basically all it is getting young Jewish kids to go to Florida and convince their grandparents to vote Obama. To be totally honest, it was really just to get all the Jews in one place. You have to keep an eye on them.
Yeah.
I suppose grandparents are always desperate for a visit, aren't they?
Exactly, that's the thinking
Most
behind
old people are so lonely, if you told them Harold Shipman was coming for tea, they'd put the kettle on. There you go. I don't mind. He might kill me, but I'll keep my wits about me.
There seems to be a constant theme of old.
Don't worry, by the time you think about complaining, you'll have forgot. So... You'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Who do you think's going to win, sir?
I pray to the God I can't imagine exists that it's Obama, but honestly, if McCain wins, I'm going to move. I guess I'll have to go to Jewsbury.
And do you know what? I think the local community would make you feel very welcome in Dewsbury.
Or burn you as a witch. It'd be one or the other. Let's have a look and see whether the US election is one of the most talked about things this week.
Beautiful.
Yes, it is. Yes, yet again. Yes, this is the US election campaign. I would definitely choose Sarah Palin for the job, if the job was skinning a moose while shooting an abortion doctor. Sean, Kelvin and Alan, what else have the nation been talking about?
McDonough and Guy Ritchie have finally chucked in their hand and said, bollocks to the lot of you, we're getting divorced, where's my 150 million quid?
Yeah.
Well, apparently there's no prenup. Guy didn't sign a prenup, so he might get £50 million off Madonna. Wow. Ka-ching.
I just think that Guy's very lucky he's got a kid with her because I can't help but feel that Madonna would have him killed otherwise. She's done it before. She's done it before.
Is she?
With him.
What's
Steve Irwin, Stingray, please, convenient. Very convenient.
Why did she kill him?
I don't want to go into it, Sean. I'm not going to go into it on TV.
No, I think McCartney's single, Madonna together.
Are you trying to create the perfect divorce?
That's too many legs.
And Guy, I feel sorry for, because he's been spending nights at Sting's and Trudy's house. You think, how depressing is that? You're splitting up with your missus, and they're going at it for 12 hours a day in the next room. Every so often, Sting pops in to talk about the Chinese economy or how trees cry when you punch them, or whatever.
Let's see if Madonna and Guy Ritchie are one of the most talked about things this week. Yes, this is the news that Madonna and Guy Ritchie are to divorce. The only surprise is that the marriage between the world's worst actress and Britain's least talented director didn't spawn more hit movies. Madonna is actually 50, but she's got the body of a man half her age.
So hard.
Fingers on buzzers, 2 more things to get. What else has the nation been talking about?
Is it the House of Lords rejecting the 42-day detention situation for terrorist suspects? I think if they're terrorists, then 42 days is all right, but if they're not, then it's a bit out of order.
Wise words.
That's my opinion.
You need 42 days to torture someone? My mother can do it in 8 minutes.
Maybe she should have a little wander down to Guantanamo.
It doesn't take 42 days. If I was in there, I'd go, right, are you a terrorist? No. Are you sure? Yeah, all right, forget it then, forget it. God, I hate the West, don't you? Yeah. Ah, got ya!
Okay, well, let's have a look and see whether the 42-day detention plan is one of the most talked about things this week. Of course it is. OK, one more thing to get. Fingers on buzzers. Jason.
Is it the Beckhams' housekeepers? They've been arrested on suspicion of stealing some of the Beckham stuff and whacking it on eBay.
They have denied it.
And I thought, who's buying Posh's clothes? The only people they're going to fit is people who haven't even got water in their village, never mind Wi-Fi.
It's famine victims with PayPal.
When you think in the moment of this credit crunch, whatever, people are losing their homes and their savings and their jobs, and he's lost a boot. Fuck off. I just said that. Yeah. Apparently, she was totally devastated. She was totally devastated. Which can't help feeling she's got her sort of emotions set to sort of like oversensitive. I wonder how she copes with things like tsunami. Where does she go?
I think
She doesn't know that label. Is it new?
Should we have a look and see whether Posh and Bex are one of the most talked about things this week? Yes, this is the story that the Beckhams' British housekeepers have been accused of selling their stuff on eBay. Beckham has increased security so he doesn't lose anything else. He's put an extra strong piece of elastic on his mittens. At the end of that round, Sean's team has 1 point, Jason's team have 4 points. Wow. The next round is Pick of the Polls. Sean, Kelvin and Alan, you're first. What do you like the look of?
Yeah, let's go for the Queen.
Let's go for the Queen.
OK. 37% of people think the Queen has what?
A lot of sponging relatives, how about that? Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Go on.
Died.
I know what it is. The Queen has white finger. You know that sort of problem you get from too much drilling? you get white finger, your finger shakes, it's like that, it's always shaking. It can really hurt after a few years. She's been on the Kango. In her spare time, she has a big concrete wall built, she just...
Another son. Hidden.
A secret son, yeah.
Is it has regular sex with Philip?
I'm going to give you that. That is near enough. But in fact, 37% of British people think the Queen has the odd quickie. The Queen recently asked Prince Philip to show her the crown jewels and was very disappointed to receive a 3-hour tour of the Tower of London. Talking about the Queen having sex is actually a bit of a grey area.
That is not funny. Fuck off. Right, now you fuck off. Right, OK, the game's changed now, right? Vile comes out, right? Fuck off. Right, here we go. I'm the captain. Right, here we go.
OK, Sarah, Steve, Jason, what picture do you like the look of?
Let's go with the woman who's got these American flags for ears.
It's Nana Silverman.
Oh, look at her.
Did you say Nana Silverman?
Yeah.
Oh.
Adorable.
She's dead.
Is she? Well, they've done a lovely job stuffing her. OK, 31% of Americans believe they're under threat from what?
losing the space race. Booyah. Is that right?
No. Alien. Is the answer salad?
31% of Americans believe they're under threat from salad.
Or the elastic shortage.
Why aren't kids, or maybe they are, fat here? Kids...
Oh, no, we've got some fat kids, don't worry about that.
It's not their fault because it's fast food we shove down their throats and computers and video games and
They eat anything.
fear of molesters and stuff.
Fear of molesters, though, it's terrible because you keep them in the house, feeding them like that, they get fat, and then they can't run away when someone does try and molest them.
That's why they've all got them trainers with wheels on. Quick, a pervert!
Oh, the sneakers.
Yeah, that's the one. Sorry, yeah, sneakers.
No, I'm sorry.
Okay,
I
so-
should understand. Trainers are sneakers. Remember when you came to New York and you said a joke with trainers and you were like, and it didn't go over at all? And then we were like, yeah, sneakers.
I remember.
Remember when you were the fish out of water?
Yeah, okay.
Jim?
Now, you're over on tour, aren't you?
I'm doing a show on Sunday, the Hammersmith Apollo.
Do you think we'll get it?
You think we'll get it?
I've got the answer.
Yep.
31% of Americans believe they're under threat from Hamburglar.
Salem is the only clue I'll give you.
Witches?
Witches?
Correct. It's the right answer. 31% of Americans believe they're under threat from witches. I'd like to reassure Americans that that's not a witch, it's Amy Winehouse. So at the end of that round, I can tell you that Sean, Kelvin and Alan have 1 point. Jason, Sarah and Steve have 6 points.
Oh, my God.
The next round is Believe It or Not. Let's have a look at a clip to illustrate the fact.
This is possibly the most familiar movement that most couples know, right? Of course. It is a forward and backward tilting of the pelvis. Just start out by doing just that. With practice, you can begin improvising, changing the amount of bend in the knees and letting the arms roam about on each other as you like, or she allows. You can use cheek to cheek at this point and full body contact. And remember, relax and have fun.
Is that the Heimlich manoeuvre?
There's no evidence that that woman's alive.
You should have seen my grandparents at my bat mitzvah. Very similar.
My girlfriend wanted me to reenact that scene from Dirty Dancing, so I went to a holiday camp and slept with a 17-year-old. Your related question. 8% of men have secretly used dancer-sized videos to keep themselves in shape. True or false?
I don't think they're using them to stay in shape, to be honest. I think they're popping them on and going, yeah, I'm just staying in shape, love, that's all I'm doing.
Sarah, are you attracted to a man that can dance?
I like a manly man, but I like a man who will let himself be vulnerable enough to try dancing.
There's 6 blokes here. Let's see, chair dancing, right? Who's got the best moves for Sarah and see which one turns her on.
Yeah, let's definitely start with you.
Let's start with, OK.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good start.
Oh, got a little bit dizzy now. Steve?
Oh, God.
Come on.
I'm going to take a old school...
Sarah's close. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were rubbing a cat.
Is this your turn? There he goes.
Quite high in the air.
I've actually been dancing for the whole show, but I've been doing the river dance, so there's no upper body movement whatsoever. The whole show I've been dancing away happily. While you lot have been playing your panel game, I've been throwing fucking shapes under here.
There is a version of this show that goes out in Ireland, which is just Alan's feet.
Very popular it is too, but if you want some upper body stuff, what about that?
You realise whoever wins this, you have to fuck.
Yeah, here we go.
Now the high point, ladies and gentlemen, what you've all been waiting for.
It's just a bit of that.
Oh, nice.
Not too much, you know.
Oh, keep those orderlies away, they're stealing my stuff.
Well, I like to take things slowly, so usually what I do is I start off with...
Sarah, what do you think? Who's the best dancer?
Who was the sexiest?
I wish I could say all of you. I love Jason personally, but I would have to say Sean because he kind of just broke through and it was funny.
Well done, Sean.
Thank you.
Well done, mate.
Go on, Sean. Do you want to wait till after?
Can I have it later?
OK, so let's get some guesses. 8% of men have secretly used dancer-sized videos to keep them in shape. What do you think, Sean? Yes or no?
Yeah.
True or false? True? True? Do you think true?
Yeah.
Guess properly.
True.
Fine, near enough. Jason.
I think we're going to go true, actually.
OK, you're going true. I can tell you the answer is true. Yes. Incredibly, 8% of men have used a dancer-sized video. I tried to lose weight with salsa, but I put on 4 stone, mainly because of the Doritos. So at the end of that round, it's 2 points for Sean's team and 7 points to Jason's team. And the winner is the name of our final round. Here's your first one. Most desirable superpower.
I'd like to be really smart all the time and have one hand is an iron. I'm always really smart. And everywhere I go, people go, isn't he smart?
Welcome to my world.
My superpower fantasy is invisibility. I would find somebody I hate and take a massive shit over them. No, but think about it. They're sitting there having lunch with their parents. Bang, you're covered in shit. And I'm gone.
This is turning into a real think tank.
Yeah. In Harry Potter, they've got that invisibility cloak, haven't they? But Ron never uses it for evil, does he? It's always for good, isn't it? You never see at any point him sneaking into Hermione's room and having a little look at a Gryffindor.
Sarah, if you could have a superpower, what do you think you'd go with?
I would want the power to eat anything I want, and then it takes the nutrients out, and then I vomit in like a perfect ball, everything else, but it's mint flavored. Or no, just to fly, I think.
I'll put you down for both.
Okay.
Excellent. If you had a superpower?
I'd like to be able to run faster than the speed of sound.
You should just wish to walk at the speed of us. I'm sorry.
You kind of got it earlier. What did you say earlier?
Invisibility.
Correct answer.
I'll do.
Next question. Best way to break up with someone.
You're amazing, but I'm turned off by that.
I remember an ex-girlfriend of mine that I broke up with. She was moaning because she says some shops, there's a conspiracy. And she said to me at one point, she went, why am I a size 10 in that shop, but I'm a size 12 in that shop? I said, well, because there's a McDonald's in the middle, wasn't there? Do you know?
And you broke up because of that?
And we broke up over the Big Mac. Not over it, like, give it me, you fat bitch.
You could probably get a pretty clean slate just from, like, a well-faked death.
What would happen if you bumped into them again?
I didn't think about it that far, Jason.
She just told you she was dead. Move on.
A friend of mine, when his relationships were getting too serious, used to leave his herpes medication lying around.
Friend of yours, was it?
Yeah, friend of mine.
Yeah, you can laugh. I fucked him earlier.
Not you, it's me, or... It's
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
OK, I'll take it then.
Yes, the best way to break up with someone is to blame yourself. I couldn't find the words to break up with my last girlfriend. There was nothing in the phrase book. In the end, I went with me not love you long time. Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show, which means the final scores are Sean, Kelvin and Alan have 2 points. Jason, Sarah and Steve are the winners with 9 points. Thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and all of you watching at home. That's it from us. Good night.